Hi, I'm Rose, and this is the Sovereign Soul, where I talk about soul freedom within this body and within this life on this earth, and then also outside of this body and outside of life and in the afterlife and the expansion of our consciousness. I have mentioned in a few of the videos that I am a professional intuitive energy healer. I have been doing this work professionally for 9 years, but I've been practicing for close to 10 years. And this has been one of the most incredible tools in my life for shifting stuff at a really deep level. But energy healing is not a quick fix, it is not a magic wand, and it's not the place of a energy healer to heal you. It is for the person who's receiving the healing to be able to do the work required to release the stuff, process the stuff, and alter their relationship to their past traumas and blockages in order to move forward in their life and have a free life and a more fulfilled life. So I always find this a very relative thing because people quite often, adults, really like their story. They like their past. It defines them. It gives them an identity in their pain, and it also allows people to relate to each other. People relate through pain and suffering, and I think a large part of the way the program of the planet works is that's a normal functioning thing to do. There's a lot of normal functioning human ideas which don't necessarily serve us. But energy healing, in my opinion, is really powerful when somebody wants to shift, when they understand what they want for themselves, and when they can find a healer that can actually meet that. It's important to have a healer that can meet that, who can understand the consciousness that they're trying to get to, and then be able to help them shift it. But I don't think that anyone is going to shift if they want to find somebody who enables them and enabling their identity to their pain and their pain body. Children shift like this, animals shift like this, and that's because they don't re-energize the story. When I work on adults and I tell them, well, this is what I'm picking up, and then they want to identify with that again. They want to re-energize that story again, like it's still who they are, rather than letting it go. A good way to describe this is I see energy healers as a kind of energetic plumber, and say the energy system that gets stuck within us is like blocked pipes, and the pipes are blocked with whatever crap's in the pipe. So that crap then on an energetic level in human beings can be an emotion, it can be a trauma, it can be an idea, an archetype, loads of different things, and then that can manifest in different ways. It's not just going to be water's not going down the pipe. It can come as illness, it can come as bad relationships, it can just come as overall unhappiness in a human being. And the energy healer will then come and unblock the pipe so that the energy can flow. But if that person keeps putting back the same stuff into those pipes, it will get blocked again, which makes sense. It's the same thing. The plumber comes, cleans the pipes out, but people keep putting hair down the drain and food down the drain, it's going to get clogged up again. So you got to stop putting the crap in the drain in order for it to stay nice and clean and for the pipes to flow. And it's the same kind of maintenance we have to give to ourselves. We have to be willing to do the work for the releasing. Because, for example, if somebody comes and tells you, well, this is a pattern that you're displaying, and this is an awareness I'm bringing to you, if a person, first of all, people can get defensive and be in denial. You have to be completely objective, because objectivity is also an ability to shift something. If we don't want to look at something, if we're wanting to deny that something exists, then we're not going to be able to shift it. We're having a cognitive dissonance towards it, and that totally empowers that thing. So first of all, we have to be objective to information. And secondly, we have to be non-judgmental to it. So that means we can look at it from an external perspective. And then we have to be willing to release that thing, which means we no longer want to identify with it as being a core part of our personality and how we function. We have to see that functioning without it is going to be more beneficial. And in order to do that, that means that we have to be willing to release the emotions around it, because generally all of these things will have an emotion, and that emotion requires attention or just acceptance without attachment. So in the past, we could have experienced something really traumatic. When we think about it, we relive that trauma, we get scared, we get anxious, we get really sad, we get angry, bitter, whatever the feelings are, resentment, when we think about that thing. In order to release that thing, we have to be willing to understand that we felt afraid and unseen and unwanted, and we have to go through those emotions, but not in a way, it's almost like you observe them but you feel them. So at the same time, it's happening through you, you're seeing them, you're feeling them, you're having them, but you're watching them, as opposed to thinking that is your reality and that's where you're at. And that is how we release emotions. But nobody can do that for you. People can transmute to a degree, but like I say, a healer is not there to heal you. It's a tool, and you have to do the work to want to release that stuff. And when you're willing to do that work, you can release like anything and everything. The whole entire blueprint of pain body that's carried within the DNA and the soul of the body has an opportunity to release through time, space, reality, dimensions, morphic fields, you name it, you can release it. But you have to first be willing to do the work required to release it. Otherwise, you're just going to reblock your pipes. And that to me is the best way that I can possibly describe how energy healing can be used. Because say I've been doing this for 10 years. My kids have had consistent energy healing for 10 years. I've been doing this professionally for others as well. And I've seen amazing results in people, but shifts are subtle, and it's all dependent on that person's ability to be willing to let go of stuff, as opposed to having stuff that they identify so deeply with that they can't change, and they're finding impossible to change and shift. So the energy healing then is only like a bit of a quick fix. It cleans the pipes for a while, feel good, but then they keep reverting back. Anyway, I hope this is a useful explanation on energy healing, its benefits, and also the work that the person needs to do, because the work will always be with you, and it's always so rewarding, because then you get to know yourself deeper, and in that I believe it connects us more to one another, because the more we understand ourselves, the more gives us the ability to understand others.